Speaker number 1, Lilian van der Guchten. Lilian van der Guchten, Queen for a Day. Queen for a Day, Lilian van der Guchten.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Have you ever wondered how childhood dreams shape our adult lives? When you were growing up as a child and people would ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was your answer? Doctor? Astronaut? Or maybe even a king? Dear fellow Toastmasters, contest chair, isn't it true that we come into this world with dreams that are bigger than us? But as the years go by, we lose those dreams because, well, they're just dreams. What about my childhood dream, you may wonder? Well, since my father used to call me his little princess, I thought it was only obvious. I was going to be queen. I love to watch everything royal on television. In my imagination, I was already dressed in stunning gowns, wearing glittering jewelry, and, of course, a dazzling tiara. But as the years went by, I knew this was not going to be a reality for me. So I had to figure out a new plan. I didn't want an office job, but I also didn't want to be outside all day either. I like to work with people, but then again, I could imagine working alone. I liked animals a lot, but becoming a vet, oh no. I had no idea. I didn't know what to do. So, what do you do when you don't have a clue? You join the army. I figured by the time my contract ended, I would know what to do. And I did. Because the army taught me discipline and responsibility. My closet was never so neatly organized. My weapon was always clean, ready to use. And I learned to handle tough situations. I learned the value of teamwork, to lead under pressure and making decisions in high-stress situations. I gained mental and physical toughness. I learned to push past limits and all those things I could really use for my next career move because I was going to be a mom. So I left the army after 7 years. But only after I'd been home for a few months, I got a phone call from a former colleague. Hi, Paul, how are you doing? How's the army treating you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You want me to do what? Paul worked as a press officer at the communications department of the Air Mobile Brigade. Back then, that was a new part of the Dutch army. And because it was new, the Queen, Beatrice, was coming for a visit. And they wanted to rehearse that visit. So they needed a stand-in queen. And they called me. Paul, I don't know how to act or ask questions like the queen does. What do you want me to do? Wear heels? Okay. And a long coat. That I can do. So the next day, I went to the airfield next to the barracks where this tour would be. And there I was, sitting in a royal red, white, and blue helicopter. We went up in the air, flew a couple of 100 meters over a forest, and landed. And I was not to move until the general would open my door saying, "Welcome, Your Majesty." And I replied in my best queen-like voice, "I'm so happy to be here." Trying very hard not to start laughing. The general escorted me along all the people and all the vehicles of the new brigade. Everybody had information to share, vehicles to show, and I nodded, smiling my queen-like smile. After 2 hours, the tour ended, and they were very pleased the way it had gone. I had only one remark, because there was one spot where my heels stuck in the sand. And they quickly fixed that before the real queen arrived. And she wore heels all right, but also overshoes. I mean, she would not have been stuck anywhere. This all happened over 30 years ago, but I still remember it like it happened yesterday. It was so much fun to do. I was glad to have helped too. But after all, my dream to be queen had come true. You probably wonder what I do now. I work in an office. But not all day, oh no. I escape to a golf course regularly to be outside or go for long walks. And my love for animals, well, I cherish all the cats that wander around in my garden. And I do work alone, I am my own boss. But I still get to see a lot of people doing what I love to do most. And my son, Roy, he just turned 32. He now has the same rank I had when I left the army. His dream was always to follow in his parents' footsteps. Although, when he was a teenager, I think he just liked to wear camouflage and pretend to be invisible when it was time to do the dishes. The moral of this story: dreams do come true, sometimes in the most unexpected ways. Often when we're too busy wearing bling and high heels to notice. As for me, well, I might not have ended up as an actual queen, but I did get to sit in a helicopter and wear a tiara. Well, sort of. Let's be honest, that's pretty close. So remember this. Whether it's your dream to rule a kingdom, become a doctor, or just get through a Saturday morning without spilling coffee on your shirt, dreams do come true. And keep dreaming. Because even if you don't end up exactly where you thought, you might just find yourself in the right place, in a helicopter, smiling like you own the thing. Dreams can come true in the most unexpected ways. But I can finally say, I've royally nailed it.